this is funny?
In a cosmic sort of way, yes.
Well, Mr. Funny Man, is this how you get your sick kicks?
What? It's just an ordinary crabby... Oh my goodness!
If you're familiar with the Call of Duty Zombies community, then you should be no stranger to the tumultuous waves that tend to envelop us. Lo and behold, the most recent iteration of Zombies has the community throwing their arms up, some in cheer, some in disdain. Well, usually I would say, live and let live. Black Ops 6 Zombies and Black Ops 6 in general have thrown some especially alarming wrenches into the mix that I believe warrant further discussion and attention. Are we back on the right track, or are we letting our guards down a bit early? All of these questions and more answered in this episode of Cooked or Cooking, Black Ops 6 Edition. Now, Black Ops 6 is an interesting case, as we had been primed with the reveal of Richthofen, and the Dark Aether story was starting to feel a bit more cohesive. The game was going to be launching with 2 maps, which meant we were getting back on track numbers-wise, with Cold War having one of the weaker launches in regards to quantity of content. But we were able to look past it as the quality was nice, the story was fine, and it was the celebrated return of round-based zombies. Now that they had warmed up for a game cycle, giving us passable maps, but ultimately falling short in the realm of zombies being its own entity, throwing in already established campaign characters such as Kravchenko and Weaver, and repurposing campaign maps as zombies maps, I saw Cold War as the chance for Treyarch to take back the reins, use what was at their disposal, and show the publishers that Zombies was back in a good direction, earning funding for the next project, with a good showing. Back to Black Ops 6, we were launching with 2 new maps, both using unique assets and locations, one map being considerably large, and the other serving as the giant, so to speak. The community, me included, were cautiously optimistic seeing the gameplay and story for Terminus, the larger of the maps, which was shown first for some reason. This is where the first mistake was made, in my opinion. After being lured in with the big showing, they announced it would be unveiling Liberty Falls, the smaller of the maps, although it was rumored at the time to be a transit reimagining, which definitely didn't help as it was really the opposite. The map was small, the atmosphere was non-existent, and it seemed, in nice terms, underwhelming. Hell, even the intro cutscene with Richthofen played 0 part in the map. It was like they shot their load and then handed us a piece of one-ply to clean up. Treyarch would touch on the concerns and tinker with the atmosphere a bit, but this couldn't save the map from gaining the moniker Liberty Balls. Now, despite this, the launch went rather well in terms of interest. Terminus was fun for the old-school players, providing a challenge and a proper Easter egg with a boss fight included. Liberty Falls was fine, it had a little Easter egg and a solid reimagining of an old wonder weapon. People would mostly use the map to grind camos though, but I'll get back to that. The most disappointing and growing concern within the COD sphere was brewing in the background this whole time, however. It started with skill-based matchmaking, and concerns about the game being 100% online required, even for single player. It's an unfortunate trend lately, but people look past it. Then we started to see skill-based damage. Granted, this is a lot of multiplayer stuff, but it ties in by the end. At this time, it felt like there was a lot of technical issues, but they never seemed to be addressed or even mentioned. The breaking point for me, and for a decent number of others, is that the servers flat out gimped this game. I couldn't play a single game in any mode except campaign without heavy game-wide packet burst and lag, and even then the campaign would crash after 20 minutes. I have a solid PC, solid internet, wired connection, and 0 issues with other games of the sort. I've only been able to play on console since launch, however. This is my obvious biggest grudge with the game. But let's be nice and strictly look at this game as if it had 0 technical issues and a decent launch, promising start, okay? So, rolling around to DLC 1, we were introduced to Citadel des Morts, an interesting mid-sized map with 4 elemental wonder weapons, a focus on magic, and further delving towards the Chaos story? Yes, we are so back, I told myself. And for a while, we were. People had nitpicks with sword damage and other little things here and there, but the map yielded an interesting Easter egg, a solid boss fight, and even a side quest for Maya with a cutscene and all. This map was a very promising showing, and the worries the community had were kind of dwindling away. The ending of the map would point us to a dig site? Holy shit, we are getting Dark Aether Chaos Story Origins map. With everything so far, the community was justifiably excited. My mind went back to Ancient Evil and Origins, 2 of my favorite maps, coming together and blowing it out of the water. Now fast forward less than a month. We have a teaser already. Well, it is 115 Day, and the game supposedly had a 4-year cycle, so Why not? Doesn't hurt to put some blood in the water. Oh, we have a release date. In total, less than a month between the maps. Well, certainly this just means they've been working on it for a long time, and it's a good thing. Certainly not. This tomb was the next DLC, being a sort of official mashup of Ether and Chaos stories. But why was it so small? Sure, the devs said they wanted it to be like Liberty Falls in terms of replayability, but maps like IX from Black Ops 4 had tons of replayability too, so they couldn't mean map size, right? Well, they did. And the wonder weapon? It was the ice staff. Get it? Cause the dig site. But just the ice staff. Why just the ice staff? Not even a mention of the others, or why it's there, or whether it's original, or what's going on. It's just there. And that's what this map is. It's just there. We have no intro cutscene, a lazy-ass boss fight, some limey fuck talking to us throughout the Easter egg, and scarcely any new voice lines from the crew, or the crew handlers, or anyone. Even during the ending cutscene. And that is because the voice actors are all on strike, because they want the right to make and use AI voices of them. Why release the map this soon if you can't properly characterize the story, crew, and location? What was supposed to be the epic coming together of the two stories was a soulless, dry, scratchy stroke on the Johnson of the community. Not to mention, Activision wanted this map to be like Liberty Falls, as it was the most played map. For camo grinding! Nobody got home from school or work or unemployment smiling because they couldn't wait to experience the lush, invigorating, and titillating offerings that Liberty Falls had to offer. They sat down with a scowl and 5 o'clock shadow because they wanted to finish your hellish camo grind. This is the turning point. We are seeing that even if Treyarch had its finest chefs in the kitchen, head chef Activision is going to drop his pants and drop a huge brown coil all over whatever dish they're preparing. There are tone-deaf, soulless, money-grubbing, self-sucking, STD-riddled dipshits that couldn't find their ass with 3 hands and a compass. So, is Black Ops 6 Zombies cooking? Or is it cooked? The answer is that the fire alarm has been going off for a few minutes, and the dish needs to be thrown away. However, there is still time left in the night. Get a new pan, get some new food, and start cooking like your life fucking depends on it, Treyarch. If Activision starts loosening his belt again, do something about it. Speak up. I know that wouldn't happen, but how cool would it be? You have at least 2 maps to turn everything around. Take your time, because the people that have championed zombies for their whole lives are turning away. Find someone with the passion of Jimmy Zielinski or Jason Blundell, or just fucking rehire Blundell, for fuck's sake. Get rid of your liberal arts diversity hires, find driven, passionate people that care about what they produce, and fight like hell. Thank you.